Good morning, sir. This is my oral recitation, sir. Number 1. A delivered a first blew upon, befell the ground, his head hit on the stone, suffered hemorrhage, and did is a liable for the date or B? May answer, sir. Yes, is liable for the date of B, although he has no intention to kill B. He committed the crime of homicide and not merely physical injuries, because his initial act of the boxing B was a felony, and he should therefore answer for the direct, natural, and logical consequence of his act. Number 2. Intending to commit suicide, jump for the rooftop of particular building at that precise instance that his body was about to the ground. A person passed by. Thus, he landed. The passerby who did later, however, survived a liable the death of the passer. My answer, sir. No. Is not criminally liable, although there was an act of committing suicide. The same is not punishable by law. Nullium crimen nulla puinax sense leads, however, is civilly liable. Number 3, sir. Our court decision considered as one of the sources of our criminal law. My answer, sir. Yes, it influenced the decision-making process in the unusual cases where the outcome cannot be determined based on existing statutes or written rules of law. Number 4, sir. At the gunpoint, A told B to kill C. If B will not follow such order, A will harm B's house. B hearing for this valuable property killed C is B liable for the death of C. My answer, sir. This case can be very difficult to predict because I can't only be liable for the crime is proven guilty. This can be an instance of what we'll call vicarious liability. However, since B did really kill, to the notion that a person liable for this action and not the action of other is applied, a proven that B was indeed treated by aiding the verdict of B, not is he be an acredit for A. Number 5, sir. Differentiate English role from French role in terms of the A general role, B exception to that role. May answer, sir. English role, the host country has jurisdiction or crimes committed on board the vessel. Ang tinutukoy dito, sir, ito ay territory ng mga jurisdiction na isang barko. Vessel na pinangyarihan ng krimen ay territory kulang sa kung saan ito naganap, regardless kung saan nakaregistered yung barko, vessel. Exemption of this crime committed merely fix the internal management of the vessel sa loob ng barko. Example, yung barko nakaregistered sa Germany tapos pumasok ng Philippines, pero ang krimen ay nangyari ay nagsuntukan yung captain at pahinante ng barko. Dapat Philippines ay may jurisdiction dahil dito naganap, pero ang nangyaring suntukan ng captain at pahinante merely affects the internal management of vessels, therefore, and my jurisdiction ay hindi Philippines kundi Germany. French rules, as general rule, the host country has no jurisdiction over the crimes committed on the board vessel. Exemption, it affects the national security and peace order of the host country. Ang tinutukoy naman dito ay flag. For example, barko naka-registered sa Philippines tapos pumasok sa France. Ang krimen ay nangyari ay terrorism at as general rule ang may jurisdiction Philippines. Pero dahil ang krimen na nangyari ay terrorism affects the national security of the host country, therefore ang may jurisdiction ay hindi Philippines kundi ang France. English rule, general rule. territory ang may jurisdiction, exemption, external management of the vessel, Prince role, general role, flag country ay ang jurisdiction, exemption affects the national security of the host country. Number 6, sir. Differentiate substantive law for the procedural law. By answer, sir. Substantive law, literally the substances of the law which governs how people are exempted to behave. These rules or laws define crimes and set forth punishment. They also define our rights and responsibilities as citizens in criminal cases. Substantive law governs you quiet or innocence and less determined and how crimes are charged and punished. For example, revised penal code is not substantive law. Sa revised penal code, doon mo makikita ang iba't ibang uri ng krimen ang nakalagay na rin dito kung paano mo ito magagawa at katumbas ng kaparusahan ng ginagawa mo. Procedural law. Procedural law governs how court proceedings that deal with the enforcement of the substantive law are conducted. Due process is law hears before to condemns. For example, yung mga batas na sabi kung kailan pwedeng i-file ang kaso, kanino mo ipa-file o sino ang makapag-file. Actually, these rules invalid rules of court. The role of court is promulgated from the Supreme Court. Number 7, sir. Differentiate of principle of nullium crimen nulla opina since leads from common law crimes. By answer, sir. Nullum crimen is Latin for the crime without law. Nullum crimen since legs is the principle in criminal law and international criminal law that a person cannot or should not face criminal punishment except for the act of was criminalized by law before she performed the act. Nullum crime is science legs is sometimes called the legality principle. It also intangible with the nullium pena science leads, which translates to punishment without law. While common law system, while they often have statutory, more and presidential judicial decisions that have already been made common law system at adversarial rather than investigatory of the judge, moderating between two opposing parties, the legal system in the United States and the common law system. Thank you, sir, and God bless.